next on Channel Siskart. Take an in-depth look at the sport of roller derby and the ladies of the Derby City Rollergirls in the documentary, The Derby City Rollergirls.
Chicago. Looking for attractions to fill the Chicago Coliseum, sports promoter Leo Seltzer creates the Transcontinental Roller Derby. The rules were simple. Two-person teams, one man and one woman, would go around a track until they completed 3,000 miles. Next race was in Kansas City, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, New York City. Stars emerged. Wes Aronson, Peggy O'Neill. The first husband and wife team, Joe Nigra and Jean Vizena, were also the Derby's first villains. The mother-son team of Josephine, Ma Bogash, and Billy Bogash. 1938, Miami. New York sports writer Damon Runyon saw the game and suggested more contact and rules. 1946. Roller derby is first aired on television and captures the attention of the nation. Stars emerge: Midge, Tuffy, Brashoon, and Jerry Murray. And the rest is history.
did yesterday. We're not going to take as long because we have more people. What we're going to do is one big, beautiful pack of skaters. Everybody's touching at least 2 people. they skate at the front, guiding the whole pack skating backwards. So they'll do a lap doing that, and they're going to call people to the front, call people back, varying speeds, move to the inside, move to the outside, and then after their lap, they'll turn back around, join the pack, and someone else will skate backwards.
She already made herself and blames me. I know, I think don't decide it's your fault.
Okay, we're gonna get one lap down just to get in motion, and then I'm gonna call it a day, and that person's gonna control it.
Got enough of that yesterday.
And make sure you guys are moving around within the pack. We're gonna hear good communication, okay? So let's get going. Outside! Andy Myers, back! Okay, Johnny, turn around, lead your pack.
Alright, Killer, come on. I'm coming up!
And the jammer's coming to the inside. She's going to be the one going to the inside. Whomever needs to be put in front of the player that's coming out the lane goes to the inside. So if I say inside, Henry would turn to the inside. If I say outside, I would turn to the outside. Does that make sense? Inside! Right here, right here!
You're going as to when you have to drop your arm, because if the link's not being challenged, then I can push her all day long.
Once you find a hole, exploit it and then zigzag through.
Good, stretch out, chin down, tip your head slow, turn it right there. Good, stay just like that. My fault. Good, good. Now, cut the Alright, so you're going to be like this. In a second, I'm just going to have you change a little bit, so you're going to be good.
Hey, give me my top guy.
Yeah, I root for the one right.
Like that, don't pull it over. Good, good. Right there, rock it. Okay. Just like that. Right there, 1, 2, 3. Good.
Can I stand up on my toes?
My actual name is Shelly, and I went through like a million names. I remember being at work when I decided to do roller derby, and I had like a whole list, but then you had to check at the time to see if it was taken. And so, because I actually wanted to be Princess Layout, that was my first choice, but it was taken. So I went with Shelnita Crutch, and I've been called Nita, and a lot of times they call me Shelly, and I have to tell them, like, no, like, you have to call me Shelnita at least. It's like my alter ego. I love to skate. I've been skating since I was a little kid. I asked my mom you know, this is something I've wanted to do for years. Do you think you can help me out with getting the kids where they need to be? And so she said, I know how much you love skating, so she said at least for the 8 weeks, we'll work it out. So the 8 weeks, I did the boot camp and loved it. When my dad came to his first game to see me play, he's been ever since. Like, it's his new favorite sport. So everyone in my family is pretty excited, and they know that it's not something that I would give up easily.
No, and I won't. Good, just like that. Chin up a little bit. Yep, good. Chin out just a tiny bit. Drop this shoulder down, relax a little. Turn your face this way. Oh, right there. Good, just like that. Cool. Good. Now a little teeny grin.
When I first started, it was the idea that women got to like roughhouse, but also got to like have that camaraderie that you don't really get. Like, you grow up and you play like sports in school or Little League or whatever, and for women that stops because there's so few outlets for women in group settings where you can do what you want to do and you can be who you want to be, and everyone's happy about it and everyone is supporting you.
See that horizontal tape over there? That's your mark on the carpet.
Oh, right here.
I'm from a small town and we don't really there's no fun stuff like this, especially for women. I wasn't really a good skater. I could ice skate, but I learned very quickly that it did not translate. Somehow it worked for me. I was able to pick it up and I was just hooked instantly. I really am drawn to a group of women. They're from all different backgrounds, mothers, professional women, and it felt like the place for me. I really enjoy being able to use your body physically and aggressively and being rewarded for it. I think that's what is so appealing, in my opinion, is that you can be hardcore.
My eyes keep watering because I'm so It's a little low.
Okay, side step is good. All right, right there. Turn down a little. Right there. Good.
I grew up skating when I was younger with my mom and stuff. She would always bring me here. Every Friday and Saturday night, 5th, 6th grade, all the way up until I started high school, it was the place to be. And so that's where I never even owned my own skates, but I just came here a lot. 8 years later, I'm in college and I'm thinking, I should probably work out. But I didn't want to go to the gym, so I was like, I'll do something active like roller derby.
We'll put you towards the front. I gotta get her out of here because her ankle. Okay.
I was hooked the minute I watched it. It looked so fun. I love roller skating. And I really liked that they were it was a sport, but they looked like they were just being really rough. But then at the end of it, they were all hugging each other. I don't know, there was something about it that didn't seem like anything else, really.
Good, close your arms like you're mad at me. Side step that way. Right there. Good job. That looks perfect.
I was just really fascinated. I was amazed. I didn't even know that they had, like, it was a real thing. Really? I've not seen this anywhere. Never heard anything of it. And then one day we were actually driving up the freeway and I saw somebody with the bumper sticker on their car for Atlanta Rollergirls, and that's when I looked it up on the internet and I was like, oh, I gotta go see a game.
A lot of people think that you could just like elbow and kick.
All you're doing out there is like hitting people and elbowing people, and
that's because they're used to seeing like the old way that derby was played back in the 50s and the 60s, where girls were just laying each other out.
And it's not like that anymore. I mean, we're not allowed to elbow people.
And it's not that it's not dangerous now, but it is more regulated. I'd say, you know, you can't just jab someone in the face.
Make an illegal type hit, you go to the box, so it's not just smacking people around or tripping people.
And, you know, penalty, big whoop, no, it is kind of a big deal because if you get so many, you're out the rest of the game and nobody wants to sit out. Everybody wants as much playtime as possible, so if you're racking up penalties, you're not going to get that playtime.
Number one thing that drives me crazy is people think that it's fake.
A lot of people think it's like burlesque too, which I think is even more strange. Like, dude, I'm not going anywhere in my underwear. Like, what?
Oh, isn't that fake? Like wrestling?
A lot of my friends seem to think there's a ball involved, but I don't know why.
I could retire if I had a dime for everybody that's ever said that.
But they think that it's an all-out, like, bloody fight, which I guess is cool, but I wouldn't want them to be disappointed.
It is not. How would that be possible?
And, you know, it's still dangerous, but not as brutal, I guess.
First of all, there's so much stuff going on.
But I constantly have to correct people on that and say, no, it's more like, probably closer to, I try to liken it to hockey in a way without the puck and the stick, but.
Yeah, with 2 people or 4 people, you can fake that. No, there are too many people out there doing stuff, things, important things. No, that's probably the number one thing that drives me crazy.
We are here at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're here to represent our city in Louisville, Kentucky and DCRG and to have a great time.
How are we doing? Hold on.
We're those girls that go around really fast. Like when people are like, are you the one that races? Yeah, I'm the one that races around. I have to get through the blockers. I have to get through the pack. Just go really fast. We have the star on our helmet. So we score the points. We score the points based on how many girls we pass. They always kind of considered smaller girls or more petite girls to be more built like a jammer just because you have to move really fast, so I kind of got stuck with that position, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I really like it. My family is either indifferent to it or really nervous I'm gonna like die. They're like, that's so dangerous, why are you doing that? You're crazy. I'll come home with like, I don't know, something wrong with me, and they're like, why do you enjoy that? I'm like, it's so fun. And so yeah, people are just kind of like confused by it, I guess, but they still come out to the games and support me.
thing that I've done my entire life. I remember the first time my parents took me skating. I was like maybe 5 or 6, and the first time that they took me, I absolutely hated it. I didn't want to go back. They kept forcing me to go, and it became a thing in middle school. Like, that's what we would do on the weekends. We would go hang out at the local rink. I grew up in Girl Scouts. I was in Girl Scouts my whole life. And then once I got too old for Girl Scouts, I kind of missed having all of those female figures around me to rely on and stuff. I really like the sisterhood of it.
Mom came to a bout with me last season, and she wasn't, you know, in the seats for 10 minutes before she started to kind of tear up. And I'm sure it was the thought of me getting hurt because, you know, we throw each other around.
I had been in the military before, so I'd done some pretty hardcore stuff, and I've always been kind of an outdoor person and you know, done things. But we had a girl named Jimmy Hittricks on our team at the time, and her hits were like murderous.
As a jammer, there are several blockers that I look at and I'm like, I don't want to go up against you. Like, you challenge me, yes, but you also hurt me.
And I remember literally being hit and just flew across the track.
I have a list of injuries. First injury, I dislocated my elbow, my left elbow, at a scrimmage.
I got bruises that I never even knew I could get bruises. I mean, I had bruises everywhere.
Second one, tore my PCL when I played for Rock, and actually we played against Derby City, and I was jamming and there was a pileup and I was on the bottom of it, and my knee was so swollen by halftime that I couldn't take my knee pad off.
Really look back on those days though, and I love it. Like, I think about it and think about how exciting it was and how nervous you got to come to every practice knowing that you're pretty much gonna get killed.
And one girl got a concussion, so I had to keep playing. So, but I got MVP. I am the only one on the team that wears a butt pad. I don't wear it to games, I just wear it in practices.
I try and be a lot more cautious now because I'm a mom and I'm not in my 20s, I'm in my 30s, and I don't think that I could just like be like, oh, broken bones, no big deal. So I try and play conservatively because of that.
I mean, you can get out there and play real sloppy and hurt somebody, but we don't want to play with girls like that. We want to play with girls who know how to play by the rules.
I think it goes deeper than just, I'm out there, I'm wearing, you know, tights and shorts and knee pads and I look tough and I'm gonna knock these girls down. It's, you know, you go out there and you encourage one another. You affirm one another and say, you know, what you did out there was really good. And it's just, it's a whole world of positivity that I feel like I was missing in my life. And it just so happens to be really fun.
Who can be on 8 wheels, control yourself, propel, stop, hit people, you know, power through, you know, 8 girls on the track. That takes a lot of power, a lot of skill. I mean, it is a high level of athleticism that goes on here.
For me, it was kind of like a new, I like to say this, but a new mountain to climb. It was my thing, you know. I retired kind of retired from my job a while ago, and I have, you know, some little kids that I was raising and stuff like that, but I got, you know, kind of bored, and, you know, I wanted to do something, and I was always moving, and so I wanted something to attack again. So this kind of gave me that, like another mountain to climb and try to get better and better, as much as I could at it. So.
Whenever I had my daughter, 2 years ago, I got this like lightning bolt of like, if I don't live my life like I want her to, she's not going to, because kids do not know the things that you tell them. So I had to start doing all these things that I was like scared to do and that I thought was important, and realizing that like I had to spend time on myself or else she wasn't going to do it. And so I knew that I wanted to go back to Derby. I mean, I guess I didn't know, but I like felt like it. Whenever I started thinking of all the things that I needed to do so that my daughter would have a role model that she could look up to, that like just like popped, like that was on my list. Like I knew I had to come back.
I've skated with lots of people throughout the team because people come and go, and some people have been more independent and some people have been more willing to work with you, and I've found that when you have teammates who are more willing to work together with the same goal or with the same strategy, or who want to, you know, really support you, it makes everything easier. So it's like super important. And even our coach says, you know, we got to work for teaminess. Teaminess is our phrase, so it's important.
I hear the scoring, it's chaos, and now I see 5 is quiet, and then the loser.
Yeah.
So everybody just take a deep breath, you know, get cool, instead of just flinging ourselves willy-nilly at people. Because we're not compensating all the time, we're going to go, ooh, what? Okay, so let's bring it in just a tiny bit. I see you filming.
So you all can like sit together and say, hey, when we go out, I'm going to try to go to the outside, or I'm going to try to go to the inside, or book in for me, or, you know, just whatever methods y'all want to try to use.
You don't get out and you get lead, just take the star off. You don't have to give it away, just take it off. So you're getting used to that. You're not lead, just take it off. They may forget that you're the jammer. You can fake pass it to a, you know.
And they're like, where is it?
That's exactly right.
Well, my dad, who kind of teases me for my feminism, thinks it's kind of unfeminist in a way, but he doesn't understand feminism has all backgrounds. You know, I have my own brand of feminism, I say. So for me, being able to compete alongside women and, you know, do contact just like football, that is feminist.
I'm still taking donations for the holiday party for the raffle baskets. If you can get those to me as soon as possible, or if you're unsure on whether or not you have your event credit for last month or this month, just come to me. I have a whole list. Also, if you have your money tonight for the Whammies, I'm taking ticket money as well. If you're going to be late and you're going to have it on Saturday, please let me know ahead of time so that I can go ahead and tally you up and write a note beside it.
If you have, make sure if you have a black uniform shirt, you bring it. Okay, nominations for students.
E2, because I don't know where she came from, but that was hard.
I want to nominate Nancy for jamming tonight. She was awesome.
Great job, Nancy.
I want to nominate Zora because she hit me out and it was awesome.
I second that nomination.
One last one.
Moses because she was doing some very awesome things, both blocking and jamming.
And secretly Carrie B and Jailbreak because it works. Yes. Triangle of power with all y'all. Triangle of power.
I think Andy was in on that too.
I can't. 1, 2, 3.
DC! RD! DC! RD! DC! RD!
When there are people, you know, filing in and we're setting up the track and you're warming up, it's like I go from being the person that my friends and family know to being Zoe Dash and Kill.
Support her, yeah, we're good friends, we hang out, and she's super cool and super fun, and it's been an awesome game.
Half the people don't know me, they don't know what I do during my day job, and they just see what's on the track, and I think that's really cool.
You would think after 5 years that it gets better. We'd be like, are you ready? Are you ready? And we would totally just haul off and smack each other. And I'm thinking I might go back to that because it really did. Like, you're so focused on that all the adrenaline that you had built up and the butterflies in your stomach just flew away.
As soon as I get on the track, I'm okay.
Gentlemen, welcome to Camp Rollergirls for Derby City Rollergirls versus the Terrors of Tiny Town. Let me hear y'all make some noise. Let me know you're alive. All right.
When I get nervous, and just always before a game, like I can't eat very much. I'm just too nervous to eat. I have to take a nap because otherwise my heart will race a whole lot. I used to always want to puke when I was still newer to the team before I had a game. I'm still me out there. I'm always me even when I practice. I guess I find the track a good place for me to amplify who I am.
I'm Angie Batter, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Camp Rollergirls, home of the Derby City Rollergirls home bounce. We're about to get started. Coming down from Columbus, Indiana, we got the Terrors of Tiny Town. Number 05, Tailwind. Number 12, Katniss Evermead. Number 106, Fruitmax. Number 3, Violent M.
If I can watch as it fills up, I'm less nervous. If I'm like in the locker room and I come out and it was empty and then I came out and it's like full of people, then I'm just like,
We've got music, announcers, the crowd, who, I mean, they're not just sitting there in silence. And then you've got girls trying to run into you and hit you. You've got your teammates trying to talk to you, and at the same time, you're trying not to fall because you're on 8 wheels.
Number 511, Jack B. Hasty. Number 79, Vaughn B.
Like when I get out there and I start, raising my hands and, pumping my arms at people, they love it and then I love it. And so this season, I'm really going to try to work on that. I'm really going to try to get out of my own head more, because the more you feed off each other, the better the game is for everybody.
Number 10.
Know that people are coming after you,
Number 999.
No matter what position you play, there's going to be somebody that's coming after you. So you're only as strong as you think you are.
Race freely! Number 600, Spooky Little Dude! Number 214,
Yeah, I get out there and I try to get in, I guess, the game mode and get a little more fierce and, you know, try to play that out a little bit better. But
this is your DCRG Bourbon Brawlers, everybody! This time the jam starts very slowly, far more nuanced than previously. And number 12, Can't This Ever Be, is the lead jammer from the Jersey Tiny. Meanwhile, Derby City Rollergirls jammer Mace Freely just now exiting the front of the pack. Actually, that's Holy Moses. Oh, I'm sorry, that is Holy Moses. Well, this is a sporting event. Lady Payboard is your lead jammer! Number Dawn Shot Jam from the Bourbon Brawlers jammer, Dawn Shot. For free position. Again, a very tricky start here. The Tiny Town's jammer being sent to the penalty box already. That's number 12. Spooky Little Girl leads Emma! Spooky Little Girl is brand new to the ring this year. Do not let her size fool you, she is scary. Trusting her to fight through on her own. She wobbles, but she does not fall down. Spooky Little Girl picks up the first points for the Bourbon Brawlers. Spots where they are. I don't know if they're masseurs or masseuses. This jam is about to get underway. It looks like DCRG has put Samantha out on the supply channel. It's the first time that she did this for Hayes. We're number 11. Samantha. We don't need the driver's licenses. Not since I was in college, anyway. Derby City Rollergirls put up the best fight they can, but when you want to win a car, there's your lead jammer. She was her way back and forth between the tails of Tiny Town there after the second turn. Let's see if she can get some points on the board this time. She calls off the jam. Here's a lead jammer. How sad to help keep her in there coming in the first turn. And the gap was there with her status. she's coming up the jam. Taylor's fans, now's the time to cheer. And speaking of the pool, that's his final chamber to have. If the Dragon Ball is just leaving. No points for other side. That is lead to the Derby Rollers going to the head side. 2 points between these two teams. Meanwhile, Derby City Rollergirls carrying a much deeper mid. Keeping those jammers fresh and energetic. As a result, Machine is up against the toes. That's Dennis Everbeam. Heading up to the back, getting a friendly healthy enthusiasm before starting. And just like that, that's all it takes to get a grand slam. Again, misbehaved, takes lead jammer quickly. Fancy, the perfect bronze jammer, learns to catch up. Tonight's state of mind and pride, please, we discourage nail biting. It is a horrible habit. Lady Paintercorn is your lead jammer! Mace Freely pulled down number 55 on that inside wire. That was exactly what gave Lady Paintercorn that Everybody, let's get on your feet for this last. Keep it going! Let's keep cheering, people! Derby City only has an 8-point lead. Will they win this? As Candace Evermean is lead jammer. Lady Paintercorn out there for the Derby City Rollergirls. Looks to hand the ticket sitting in the penalty box. And E2 Brute is good shot. Congratulations, column busters. I don't know if that's right either. Be sure to catch us at Jers Over the Dirt tonight. Check the web.
lot of people say that a roller derby skater has a lifespan of about 5 to 7 years maybe, just because it takes such a toll on your body. And then there have been some other skaters who've been doing it for even longer than that. And I personally would love to be a skater that does it for as long as I can, past the 7 years. You know, as long as I live somewhere that has a team, I'll be doing it.
It is becoming an athlete, which is not something that was ever available to me in high school, really. I mean, I played volleyball, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like, it just wasn't as attractive to me as roller derby.
Every time that I come and I do this, I am like one step closer to like my daughter having a better life 30 years from now. Isn't that strange? But yeah, that's really how I feel about it.
These girls are tough, these women are tough and inspiring and empowering. And I think this is a good time in our society for this kind of sport.
It is nice when I put on my jersey and we all come and we have a game and we're all together and everybody looks real sharp, you know, and we're ready, and that's nice. That's something that it's hard to describe in words. That's something that you kind of feel in your heart.
I really hope to be playing for a really long time. However, I'm not a clairvoyant. I can't see the future or anything. I don't know what's going to pop up, but as long as I can still skate, I will be.
Whatever team you're on, whatever league you're on, you represent the league. And especially with the way that roller derby's growing and making its presence known more out in the public, that I feel like we have to carry ourselves a certain way and be a good steward of that, basically.
This last game that we had, it was a triple header, so we had the juniors there. And a couple of them ran up to me and they're like, "Show Nita," and they're hugging me and they act like you're just like the biggest superstar. So my girls were there, and you know, don't get me wrong, my girls love me, they do cheer, that's their thing. They're not hardcore roller derby people, they never like to skate. So, but when that happened, I like pointed to the girls and I was like, "See how the people love me." Little girls love me.